do 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 Kilted balls. Yeah. Woo. Welcome back to another episode of the Kilted Balls podcast. Today is a special day. Did you know that? Do you know that, Kilted? It's a special day.
It's a special day for many reasons, but why would you say it's a special day today?
Because it's 2/22/22, baby.
That's what I was
Tuesday.
thinking. That's pretty awesome.
One of my kiddos today said, this is a mirror day. So, whatever happens, this day gets mirrored all the time. And I was like, oh, I didn't know that. But I'm like, all my days are great. So hopefully this just continues to be great.
Oh, heck yeah. Mirror day. That's interesting.
Yeah. And I don't know what that's about, but yeah. So mirror day, and it's 2/22/22 on the Tuesday. So apparently that's a cool thing.
Means. Yeah.
I don't know.
And then I guess we're getting, I heard someone say it's on 3/3/3, it's the third day of the third month, like third hour, blah, 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 all that stuff of the third decade of the third millennia.
Oh, wow. That's a long way away, isn't it?
No, it's this year. Because the first millennia would be 0 or 1 to there, and then we're over 2000, so we're technically in the third millennia, right?
Oh, I see. So 303 third millennia.
I just heard someone say it.
Sketchy. That's what I said.
I'd look up all those words.
Totally sketch. Oh man. So I'm super excited. What's the last time we talked to you? We were talking about your swing trading and it was going well. And I said, I'm really excited to see how it works in a bear market. And totally unintentionally, we are now in a little bit of a bear turn.
We are a little bit of a bear turn. What that means for me, and I can't remember I don't think this started, it must have been right after we recorded. I opened some positions and things did turn bearish. So right now what that means to me is that I have to do some calculations, but let's say 95% of my play money is tied up into longs that are down that I'm not going to be trading.
Dang it.
So
you got caught.
I got caught. Well, luckily I think we talked about this. Well, we did talk about this last week, that they're tokens, so I don't get liquidated. And so I can hold it for the long when things turn back around. But yeah, it was 2 bigger chunks that I was feeling confident with. And I did not take profits when I probably should have. And so, yeah.
Is that one of the things they teach you, is to take profits?
He talks about sniping quite a bit. The crypto lifer does, and doing some quick ones. I mean, for me, I was like I said, I was going for a certain percentage.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't hit the percentage I was looking for. Well, see, so we had talked about it. I was doing like $1,000 trades, looking for that 10% to 20%.
Yes.
And then to make the $100 to $200.
Right.
So I had a larger amount in. I was not at the 10%, but I was at 1,050 profit, and I did not take it.
Okay.
So in the market was looking like it was turning bearish, and if I would have taken that, I would have made the 1,000, but it wouldn't have been 10%. It would have been lower than that.
Right.
And so now,
so when you say take your profit, you're not saying cash out money. You're just saying take the money.
Add it. It'd be more money to play with. It'd be more. Or actually, what I've been doing, my profits I've been turning to Bitcoin.
Because a lot of people, when you say I need to take my profit, they're talking about literally taking.
Oh, profit. Okay. No. It would be turning those profits into Bitcoin, which would be the long-term hold.
Right.
Or but now if I were to sell that, I would be down over half.
Oh.
So I will not be selling.
Seems like a bad idea. I would not sell if I were you as well.
Let me take a look at something real quick here. So on the because I started in the middle of the month, so this month is not going to be complete, but I'm going to be interested when I have a full month. So in March, how that will compare, like as my stream of income, because I keep tracks of different streams of income,
Sure.
how that's going to work out compared to the others, whether we're in a bear or a bull market. I know Crypto Lifer today, he said he got a few snags on Phantom, the 3x short on KuCoin. So, just taking a little bit of profits here and a little bit of profits there. And so yeah, I mean, that's stuff that I can see sometimes, but yeah, it's a lot of learning, but it's super interesting. I'm really excited.
Yeah, crazy. I'm excited. My season's going well, my busy season, but I'm almost done with my busy season, and I'm excited to start playing again. I think it'll be a good time.
Yeah, it's going to be
So
fun to bounce ideas off you, as well as, hearing what is going on the Telegram spaces and what people are talking about.
yeah.
So
So have you done any buys lately in this bear? Or you've just been like, nope, my money's tied up, so I'm not playing.
no, I have. I did a couple. I made almost $100 today. So on a
That's
couple
not bad.
small ones. So yeah.
Yeah, I mean, if you're making $100 a day,
hmm Well, what I did, I played it really smart. So I bought Phantom was looking like it was going to go down. So I bought some regular Phantom and I bought some 3S short, because
okay,
actually I think Phantom's going to be good for the long haul anyways. But I was like, you know what? If I make a mistake, then I make a mistake.
right.
And then, just if I get priced out in the stop loss and I sell my 3x, then I just sell it. So I was able to do a small scalp, and it was all right.
You're using lots of terms that we don't know, but I find it
Scalp would just
intriguing.
be like a super fat. I mean, it was literally like maybe an hour, 2 hours,
Oh
just
wow.
a quick like in out. And with the 3x, it doesn't need to grow that much, for it to be.
So explain to us this 3x long and your 3x short and all of that. So these are tokens,
These are
right?
tokens. You can get them on KuCoin, and they
Okay.
have a lot of the. I mean, I don't know all of them that they have, but I mean, Phantom isn't necessarily the biggest token, and it's on there. I don't even know where it's ranked as far as the market cap, but I know they have Bitcoin, they have XRP. Those are other ones that I have. Well, those are the two that I took out that have gone down. And then because XRP was up as well, and I was like, oh, it's going to the moon with all the information that we had this weekend, and it turned
Right,
back
right.
around with Bitcoin, dragged it down. But anyways, so yeah, you can go onto KuCoin and you can type in the token, and then if you can do 3 and then S or L if you want the short or the long. So basically it's a leverage. I mean, it's a small leverage if you're doing a 3. You're not trying to do 5, 10, 100x leverage. So you're taking a little bit more risk for a little bit more reward.
So, but I guess, so that token, let's say you buy a 3x long, right?
hmm
That token represents 3 times whatever you're talking about.
hmm
And what's the L? Long. What's the
Long.
long?
You pick the
Well,
long because
what's
it's
that
not
mean?
it's long. Long means that you're betting it's going to go up. Short
Okay.
means you're betting it's going to go down.
Okay.
So when I bought my Phantom 3S earlier, I was betting that Phantom was going to go down.
Okay.
And when it went down, then I was able to sell that, and then I made extra money than what the token actually did. Although my Phantom right now, my actual Phantom is up. I mean, it's up $25 right now. So I played the 3S earlier today, but I'm not doing it right now.
So the token represents 3 phantoms.
Basically.
but you're making a bet that fan going to go down, and if it doesn't go down, you can't sell it.
You can, but you're selling at a 3x loss. So I'll use the XRP as an example. So when I bought
hope this is helping people. I hope I'm not the only person who you're speaking German to now.
I guess I didn't. I mean, I've been, I spend at least 2 hours a day listening. Not to mention being on Telegram and stuff. So I bought XRP 3L. I put $10,000 in.
Okay.
And it was another one. So there was anyone, I mean, a lot of our listeners, I imagine, would have an idea what XRP is. If you're new, then XRP is in a court case with the SEC, and do your research on it. But anyways,
but it's just a normal cryptocurrency for all intents and purposes.
Some information came out this weekend that was not good for the SEC and was looking like, oh no, actually what happened this weekend, Coinbase moved like $200 billion worth of XRP onto their platform. So right now you cannot buy XRP on Coinbase because they delisted it once the court case started.
Right.
So Coinbase moving all that money onto their platform was very bullish to a lot of people. So we were excited. When I was talking with Jason, you were on there as well, hearing it. So my 10,000 I could have sold for 11. I could have because it had gone up just a little bit, where I could have sold it.
But you weren't buying actual XRP.
No, I have actual XRP, but
I'm saying in this case.
In this case, I was not buying actual XRP.
Right.
You're buying XRP 3L. I did not sell it because I was expecting it to go up quite a bit more. And that was, well, I guess that would have been 10%, but I didn't do it. So right now, if I sold my XRP 3L, I would get $6,268 for it, which I'm not going to do. Right.
But that is a token that represents 3 XRPs per token.
Yes.
Long.
It's going to go up. Yes. Well, you make more whether it goes up or down.
But I guess what I'm saying is if you just bought XRP, you're assuming it's going to go up. So how is this different than just buying XRP? If you buy a 3x long,
I can get more XRP for my money. I can get $3,000 worth of XRP for $1,000.
If you go 3x. Mm-hmm. Okay, I see. So I thought it was like a 1-to-1, meaning if XRP was $1 and you did a 3x, you'd have to pay $3 because it's 3 XRPs.
No, that's the advantage of it. You're paying for one because it's one token.
And it's the same as XRP is.
Very close.
Very close. And so how does it work when you play short? How does it work that you get money from that?
Well,
because now it's not matching the XRP price.
Basically, the graph is inverted because you're buying the short, so you want it to go down. But when you're looking at the graph, it's showing it going up. Basically, it's just an inverted graph.
Right, but how does it? I guess how does it actually work?
Because you're betting that it's going down. So,
but who are you betting against? That's my question.
Other people holding the token.
They're holding, but they're doing the same token that it's going to go down as well.
Yeah, that's a great question. I have no idea. I guess the market.
Okay.
KuCoin, so, they're making their money because they're getting the fees and everything.
So I guess I don't know about futures and stuff like this to understand it, but you're betting.
Yeah, because I do know in order to do an actual future, to do a 5x, a 10x, whatever, you have to have your money in a different part of the KuCoin area. It's not in right now, all my money is in my trading area, but you have to move it to the margin area. Actually, I think it's called margin area. Let me see, or derivatives.
So
this is different.
For our listeners who don't understand how Kilted and I work, just so we're clear.
If
So
anyone's wondering.
if anybody's wondering, so this is my busy season. So you got to excuse us right now, because the way our system of existence normally works is he gets the big picture idea, bam, and does it and runs, right? And I figure out all the details and nitty gritty that's going on behind the scene, so that I know stuff like how things work. That's how my brain is. I have to know how everything works and how all the puzzle pieces fit together. And he says, look, this thing is awesome. Bam, we're going. Right. And so what's happening right now is I haven't done any of that because I'm too busy. And so I'm like, oh, cool. So how does it work? How's the puzzle work? Blah, 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 blah. And Kilted is like, listen, I have no fucking clue. Like, you know, I'm buying stuff. I'm buying stuff.
I know enough to do damage.
So I apologize for that. That's just how we operate. And I should have thought before I even asked the questions. I should have thought he's not going to know what the hell's going on. He's knowing that he's betting on it going and it went down, and he's betting on it going up and it goes up, and that's good enough, right?
Yep.
So,
that's what I did today. I bet on it going up and down at the same time.
I know that's hardcore.
2 trades.
That is so beautiful. So beautiful. Yeah. So there you go. And if you know us and you're like, wait, you're the detail person and that scares you, you're probably right. You should be scared. I would agree. So
that's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Speaking of jumping in with both feet.
Yes, please tell us. Please tell us about your webbed feet.
I do have a new NFT project that is actually the most number of NFTs of that space. So
you have the most
out of all my other bags, that has the most number in it. I have more of.
I thought you were saying you had more than anybody else does in that.
No. I saw someone said they had 100, so I didn't go crazy like that.
Okay, so talk to us, and I will bring up an image for our viewers.
Yes. So I stumbled across. I can't even remember now.
I was just going to say, how the heck did you stumble across this?
A lot happened since then. So somehow I found some.
Right, a week in NFT land is insane.
Yeah.
Right.
So I stumbled across the NonConformist Ducks.
Oh, you got it from the All In for NFTs podcast.
Oh yes.
That's how you found it.
So yes, that's it. Thank you very much. So I listen, and we've talked about them before. You know that you won one of their projects, and
we won their non-fungible people.
And that's, we also bought non-fungible people when they came out. So every time I've listened to one of their episodes, I have a boring stone, I have a non-fungible people. I bet like $15 on the Super Bowl, because one of their episodes was all the props that were going on in the Super Bowl, and I had some money in my whatever it is. I can't even. Did
you win?
No, I didn't win. That's all right. It was fun. It was, and some of the things, it was fun to watch it, because I could remember like some of the picks that I had, but it was in like a giant pool. I was up $40 at one point, but when the running back threw it to the receiver, when the Bengals did that, I had both of those guys on my team, so I got like tons of extra points.
Nice.
That gradually went to zero. But anyways, so then I listed there. And one thing that's really cool about the All In for NFTs is they have the developers on there. They're talking, they're hanging out, and I think it's super awesome.
That is super awesome.
So they're talking about the Non-Conformist Ducks. It sounds really cool. I'm like, hey, this looks cool. I'm using my strategy of looking for the rarest ones and seeing if there's any good deals. And I happened to see number 17, and it was 1.1 something.
Okay.
And then other ones past that were listed a lot higher. I mean, it wasn't a huge. It's not like I'm sniping it where the floor is almost 1. It's not. The floor was, I think, 0.04, 0.05, right around there. Anyways,
right.
So I got it and I was super excited. And I made a funny tweet like, hey, does anyone really dislike listening to these guys? They always cost me ETH. And this is what I bought. So then Twitter blew up. I tagged Kilted Balls as well. So
Yep.
so our Twitter was going off. And I also saw they had the Hell Duck. So I minted one of those. It was 0.03. And then someone said, oh, do you know the Hell Ducks are minting live right now? So I bought right at the perfect time, I guess, to be able to catch that mint. And those were minting for 0.03. Oh no, the one I bought was 0.015 because they're minting at 0.03 and I paid half that price for the first Hell Duck I bought because people were just dumping them. They're minting them for the rares and then just dumping them.
So they were just dumping them while you were going. I see. They're minting for rares. If they didn't get it, they just sold it right away.
Yep, for half the price, which doesn't make any sense to me.
Yeah,
Anyways,
well, because if you're aiming for big, right, it's like trading cards. If you can get rid of them for 0.015 and you get rid of 2 of your junks and you remint.
Yeah, that's true.
You know.
So yeah, I have to look right now. I think I have 64 of them.
You heard that right. He has 64. So this, my friends, is a Hell Duck.
Yes, you picked a good one there. So
really what
happened? I minted 3 at first because I'm trying to follow my rule. If I have 3, 1 to sell right away to make my money back.
Yes.
And then to hold the other 2 for whenever. But then I got excited, all the tweets and everyone talking and this and that. And so you mint 10.
You got FOMO.
And then I went to mint 10 more and it said it didn't work. So then I minted 10 again and it did work. So apparently I did that wrong. And,
so you got 30 instead of 10.
No, it was going for 20 and I ended up with 30 instead of 20.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, and then last night they're like, oh, the king hasn't been found yet and there's 1,500 left. So I minted 10 more, but then I stopped. I'm running low. So
you have 40 nonconformist Hell Ducks and how many regular ducks?
I have 64 nonconformist Hell Ducks.
Oh, 64. Sorry.
And I have 1 nonconformist duck.
And 1 nonconformist duck. Okay.
Rank 17.
Nice. And so the Hell Ducks right now are going for 0.025.
Okay. So just under mint.
Just under mint right now. Let me see. There is only 9 of them that are under mint.
Okay. So let's do this live because I heard the nonconformist Hell Ducks are now on Rarity Tools.
Oh, yeah.
And I have not looked yet. So I'm connecting my wallet. Always know what you're doing before you do that.
Yeah. So connecting it to raritytools.com and that will tell
rarity.tools.
Rarity.tools. And that will tell us how rare his stuff is.
Yeah. So this is exciting to me.
Yeah.
So none found. What's going on?
Oh, dang it.
Apparently I don't have as many as I thought I did.
Well, he's looking that up. There's 2 other things I wanted to hit on in this episode, and I'm sorry it's going to be a longer episode. Today I minted a Battle Manaki. So Lucky awesome. Manaki, for those of you who've been following along, you know I'm a huge fan of Lucky Manakis. Bought their coffee. I'm excited to buy their liquor, and I have Lucky Manakis and I have Manaki Gangs. I have the Manaki Arcades. So kind of a big fan of the stuff Lucky Manaki is doing. And originally, way back when, they made a promise that if you owned Lucky Manakis, for every 3 you owned, you would get a 3D super cool Manaki.
Mm-hmm.
That was forever ago in NFT land. In normal human terms, that was like 8 months ago, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so not very long for human terms, but for NFT, it's been forever. But they finally got them produced, and it's interesting. They're airdropping them, so we're going to get 3. But they have made these 3D, and they're calling them Battle Manakis for a play-to-earn game, which you know Kilted and I are huge in play-to-earns. So they're made as a play-to-earn. It's also going to be getting you catnip, just like the other ones do, which is the Lucky Manaki token. But the funny part of this is the ones they're just giving away for airdrops to Manaki holders are not part of the ones that count as a staking Manaki for the game. So they're just the NFT for you to see and be like happy. So, but they're on sale for owners for half price. So I went and bought one real quick. It hasn't been revealed, but they're awesome. And the other cool thing, and I don't know if others do this, maybe you do, Kilted, but they're giving you the STL file with it.
What does that mean?
That is like the 3D rendering file. So if I have an STL file, I can like 3D print that Lucky Manaki.
That is awesome.
Right. So, or I could do whatever. It's an STL file. So it gives me a lot more. Cool. It's way cooler than just like a normal thing. Right. It's like the actual 3D file.
That's super awesome. I had seen, I saw that on Discord that was happening. I didn't finish reading the whole thing. Something came up, but when you first showed it to me, I thought it looked awesome, and I didn't even realize it wasn't even ready yet. So that's just what they're showing. So hopefully,
here's the other thing that they're doing. So if you're interested in a Battle Manaki, please don't just go buy one. Talk to us first, because here's the other cool thing they're doing. You know how everybody has these invites to invite people to come buy stuff, or invites to join Discord. And if you do it, you get it put on a whitelist. Again, Lucky Manaki is always doing a different tax because they're community owned and they're community run. What they're doing is if you invite somebody and you give them your invite link, you get 22% of the profit on that purchase.
That is awesome.
So
we should probably somehow we should put that link in our description here.
Yes.
Or people can get a hold of us. Please get a hold of us.
Right. So if you're listening, you're like, wait, I want one of those Battle Manakis. They look freaking sweet. Get our thing, because we'll get 22% of that. And we take all of our Kilted money and put it into more. It's not like we profit. We just play with it. So
yeah.
Right. It goes to our podcast. So that'd be awesome. You should do that. So if you're interested.
Yeah, and I ended up getting one too before, and it might, of course, they're not revealed yet. Okay, so I have my most rare is number 66, actually.
66 is pretty rare out of 5,000. Or wait, no, 10. It's 10,000.
Yeah.
Woo! Any others under 100?
I'm just looking because my wallet's not connecting, so I was just looking to see if I could see my name, but it does not look like it.
Okay, but still 66 is probably worth it.
Yeah, it's pretty awesome. I mean, honestly, it's not it's one of the metal ducks, which people really like, and I knew it was rare, but I like some of the other ones a lot better.
How much are the metal ducks going for? You're going to sell it? See if you can make a profit?
I guess
you got 64.
Yeah, although oops. So whatever I clicked, I'll have to research a little bit to see what they're going for around, for that rarity. Right now, it didn't look like really anything was for sale. I don't think people are fooling around with it right now, honestly.
No, well, because here's the thing. They do stuff to get rid of the floor all the time. Non-conformist ducks so far have been really, really smart. And so, and they blew up our feet. It was beautiful. So
yeah, it was awesome.
It was great. It was great.
Speaking of, okay, no, actually, number 71 is being sold for 0.666 ETH.
So 20x.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't sell mine. Well, no, I wouldn't sell mine for that. Anyway, we do have to apologize to some of our listeners, and people are probably like, anyone who knew, they knew, but apparently we're not cool enough. We're not cool enough cats to realize what milk actually is.
We are not.
Because I've heard a bunch of people talk about it since we recorded, and milk is what Cool Cats gave out. Apparently, it's Cool Cat tokens. So.
Apparently, we're not cool enough. So did you buy some milk now?
No, I didn't buy any.
No.
Still
feels funny, and I still don't like the graph.
95% of my play money is tied up. I don't know if you remember that.
That is true. That's true. All right, so the last thing I want to talk about, which is actually one of my favorite things, So Kilted and I are part of lots of communities, right? So the community I'm most involved in is 8.1, which is releasing Sunday. They released chapter 2. It's super exciting. They're awesome. Great community. I'm part of the Zen community, which I'm just a lurker, but I get their messages and they're cool. I'm part of the VDAO, which is another great community. And again, I tend to just be a lurker. But here's the thing about these communities. The other night when I got home from, like I said, it's my busy time, so I was super busy. I got home, it's late, and all of a sudden my Discord feed blows up, like blows up. I'm getting messages like crazy. And 8.1 had an instant meeting with everybody and said, get on here,
I was
because
on there.
there was a thing where they were like, it looks like there's a huge hack going on with OpenSea. And every one of those communities was like, huge hack going on with OpenSea. We have no details. We're super nervous. We're finding out about it, but disconnect your wallet right away. Disconnect your tokens from whatever, because it was a specific token, the XY token. And they're like, do this fast. And as they were finding out details, they were spewing them out, and they were getting into Hangouts and Twitter Spaces and Discords and having meetings and showing people how to do it. So they're like, this is how you discord your wallet. This is how you, or disconnect your wallet. This is how you disconnect here. Here's how you go into Etherscan and change all your wallet settings. But none of these people, right, are getting paid to do any of this. That's how much they care about the community and how awesome of people. And I'm like, that is what NFTs has brought to the world that people don't realize NFTs are bringing to the world.
It was, I actually tweeted about it as well. I thought that it was so amazing that all these different groups that I'm part of were all talking, and we just didn't know. At that time, people didn't know, except that stuff was leaving people's wallets.
Yes.
And there were a few things like it could have been, but without knowing, it didn't hurt. I mean, it took me an extra, 15 seconds to log into my wallet because it wasn't logged in on my Rarity tools, because I disconnected everything. Oh,
I didn't disconnect everything, but I disconnected a whole bunch of stuff in OpenSea. And that was stuff I should have done anyway, right?
Yeah. Yeah. So apparently it was a phishing scam, but still be safe.
But why take the risk?
Exactly. We didn't know.
You've got so much money tied up into NFTs and so much money tied up into your wallets. Like, it's not worth the risk. And how cool is it that all those communities reached out? They were all trying to help people. It was just, again, it's kind of what makes this space an amazing, amazing space.
Yeah,
right.
I agree.
Like, it's so you don't get that with stocks.
No,
right?
I guess I've never been on a stock Discord.
No.
You're exactly right. You're exactly right.
There you go. Right? Like, people don't have that, but here, everybody is there and everybody wants everybody to win, right? We're all going to make it. That's the slogan.
Yeah.
And everybody's part of that. And that's just an amazing feeling to know that there's people all over the world who don't even know who you are, who are like, I want to help you. Now, we're pretty doxed, right? Everybody sees us. Everybody knows what Kilted looks like. They know what Ballbuster looks like. They see us all the time. They hear us all the time. So they know it. But like, you don't know, say, Coach David from the 8.1. Right? Like, I mean, some of us do, but some of us don't. And yet out there trying to do stuff, right? Panda Man is doing stuff, right? All those people, they're just doing that to be awesome. And they're awesome people. And we're all connected now through this common world of NFTs. And that's kind of amazing.
I agree. It's super awesome.
It is. It should be its own religion. We're going to make the NFT religion.
It's close.
No dogma, though. No dogma.
NFT Twitter is not necessarily the same thing as the NFT Discords in the groups. I just want to lay that out there.
But my NFT Twitter is really close.
Mine, I've done some things to make mine like that. Well, for one, I can't tell you how many people were added when I added the NonConformist Ducks, which that community's been super awesome. And I did notice a ton of them had lazy lions, so I did join the lazy lion as well.
Did you buy some lazy lions?
I just bought a Flora one.
So I want to point out, all in for NFTs didn't just make you buy nonconformists. They did nonconformist, hell ducks, and lazy lions, all because of them having him on their show.
Yep. Yeah, they had three of the guys on there.
When they first read your tweet, they were pissed.
Really?
Yeah, because your tweet starts off with, does anybody else on here hate all in for NFTs?
I said really dislike. I don't use the H word.
Sorry, really dislike. And they're like, what? What? Then they read the rest and they're like, oh, it's sarcasm. Oh. But
Yeah,
it started off with like, what the hell?
Who is this guy? Yeah,
Like,
it's been wild. It's been, just talking with a lot of people on there and seeing other people excited about minting their hell ducks. And, a lot of people are like, oh, you have a sweet nonconformist duck, because I actually made it my profile picture so people could see it.
Well, and the hell ducks sold out.
Yes.
Which is cool. What is not cool about the hell ducks selling out is there's only like 1.5 thousand owners.
So people like me. Mm-hmm.
Right. Like people bought them up. And, I think a healthy space has like 30% owners.
Yeah.
Right.
It was definitely a gamble for what it is. And,
but they're doing great things.
They are doing really, really cool things. So that was the part that I was like, you know what, I'm willing to take this chance. And it was, I'd have to calculate it.
Mm-hmm.
End up being not even a couple ETH. So.
Oh yeah. I don't think it was a bad idea.
Yeah.
And they're selling, right? So like if you look at their volume of sales in the last, few hours, they've sold 7, 8 of them. Like, so they're moving, and some of them are selling for a lot.
Mm-hmm. Cool.
Depending on how you define a lot. So I mean, they're doing stuff. Now, is this all ducks or is it just hell ducks?
No, yeah, there's two different. Yeah, there's two different pages.
So I mean, that's just the hell ducks moving that way.
Mm-hmm.
So that's kind of legit.
Yeah. It'll be exciting. I mean, I plan on keeping my nonconformist duck, at least for a long time in my mind, and I'll see what happens with the hell ducks. I might let some go for an ETH.
The OG ducks are at 0.48, so almost 0.5. Okay. So they're not crazy expensive. People could still get into them.
Mm-hmm.
I think they're mildly funny looking. I don't know if they're like.
They do a lot of fun stuff. They have races,
do fun stuff,
and they have a bunch of lore behind the whole project, and they're really
there's a lot of utility,
which I think is important.
Now the OG ducks have not been selling as much, right? Yeah. They're a little bit slower. The second gens, there's not a lot of the second gens, and they're still in eggs. Some of them.
Yep, I saw that. I was strong. I didn't buy any of those.
You didn't buy the second gens.
No, I didn't buy any second gens.
They're much more expensive, right?
Mm-hmm.
Unless actually that egg is kind of cheap.
Is it? Like inexpensive?
I mean, it depends how you define inexpensive. So
true. I was looking at those and I was debating on it, but I was done doing work and I was done minting. Actually, that was before I realized about the minting, I think, when I was looking at those. But I was like, I can't be spending all my money on this.
And ducks. I'm buying so many ducks. No, that is awesome. Well, people, thank you so much for joining us. Another longer episode. So we did some short ones. Now we did some long ones. Feel free to give us a comment or a retweet telling us whether you like the short episodes or the long episodes better. Holy cow, I can't even talk anymore. But we are so glad that you are here with us and listening, and we'll fill you in more of our adventures later on. So this is Ballbuster signing out.
Kilted Dragon Jerry, love you all.